The West's warning of a Russian invasion is slowly turning into a classic case of known unknown. For the last few days, Washington has been warning that Russia would invade Ukraine on the 16th of February. That's today. Now, even though the US and its European allies continue to raise alarm over an imminent invasion, Russia has started pulling out its troops from near the Ukrainian border. Moscow has announced that it has ended its military drills in Crimea and that the soldiers are returning to their garrisons. Russia's state television broadcast images of military units crossing a bridge that links Russian-controlled peninsula of Crimea to the mainland. The Russian Defense Ministry in a statement said that tactical exercises by the Southern Military District have concluded. The now concluded drills involved 6,000 troops in the Crimean Peninsula, along with combat firing exercises with fighter jets, bombers, anti-aircraft systems, and ships from the Black Sea and Caspian fleets. This development comes just a day after Russia announced a first troop pullback from Ukraine's borders. Echoing Moscow, Belarus said that not a single Russian soldier or their artillery will remain on their soil after the conclusion of these ongoing joint security drills. Drills in Belarus, whose border is less than 150 kilometers from Kiev, are still underway and are set to continue until the 20th of February. Russia has gathered about 150,000 troops east, north and south of Ukraine, what led to the West's concern of a, quote, imminent attack. Although Russia has pulled a few troops from near the Ukraine border, there have been no indications of a significant withdrawal of those forces from near Kiev.
In the last 2 days, Russia has signaled that it may be open to diplomacy, and we urge Russia to take concrete and tangible steps towards de-escalation, because this is the condition for sincere political dialogue. We cannot eternally attempt diplomacy on one side, while the other side is amassing troops.
We have heard the signs from Moscow about readiness to continue diplomatic efforts, but so far we have not seen any de-escalation on the ground. On the contrary, it appears that Russia continues the military buildup.
If we're going to build up trust to try and de-escalate this incident, what we need to make sure is that we're not building up troops at the same time, and that is still what we see. And until we see a proper de-escalation, I think we should all be cautious about the direction of travel from the Kremlin.
And while the West continues to see proof of Russian troop pullback, the Russian President Vladimir Putin once again says that the doors of Moscow are always open for talks to resolve the standoff. Our correspondent Stuart Smith has sent us this report from Moscow. Take a look.
The Russian Ministry of Defense provided an update on this morning, saying that those troops from the Southern Military District, one of Russia's regions where it keeps its troops based, have moved out of Crimea, have crossed the bridge back into Russia. Now, some of those troops are not stationed too far away from Ukraine anyway, so it wouldn't take long for them to return. The other thing is, so far, no Western country has acknowledged this as a de-escalation. All countries, including most recently the United Kingdom and the United States, say they are awaiting their intelligence agencies to provide clarity about what has exactly happened here, whether it's a substantial movement of troops, whether these troops will later be returned returning, or even if it's happened at all. There is footage on social media and released by the Ministry of Defense in Russia that does show vehicles, tanks, trains carrying equipment leaving the area, but it is difficult so close to Ukraine and where there are so many troops deployed to make a objective assessment about what has happened. So for now we're waiting on NATO and Western countries to provide their own assessment, but it's not yet being classified as some sort of de-escalation.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.